What is up, Gorilla Nation, and welcome back to another Division 2 Vendor Reset video. It is currently March the 24th, and we're going to switch things up this week. But beforehand, if you would be so kind, show some love to that like button, smash that sub button if you happen to be new to the channel, and don't forget to reach up there, trigger that bell, and turn on post notifications so that way you never miss a live stream or a video that is uploaded. First, we're going to start here in New York City, do the vendors here, then move on back to DC, do the vendors there in the base of operations, then on to the dark zones, and finally finishing up at the settlements. So starting out here first, let's go to Mr. Benitez over here. A purple police M4, assault rifle damage, health damage, fast hands. And before I go any further and I forget, let me turn on the base damages so that way you can see those. Okay. Next we have an infantry MG5 with LMG damage, damage to targets out of cover, reload speed, and strained. Not too bad. You can always increase to damage to targets out of cover, replace the reload speed to damage to armor, I believe, or even crit chance, or just give yourself the additional 5% LMG damage. Moving on, police MK17, rifle damage, crit damage, damage to targets out of cover, fast hands, it's mediocre. X45 tactical with pistol damage, optimal range, and strained. Petrov chest piece, 8.4% weapon damage, armor regeneration, 5.1% headshot damage, an offensive mod slot with efficient. Next we have a 511 knee pads, 71,925 armor, 6.9% status effects, and 6.8% hazard protection. Next we have a Petrov holster, 5.6% weapon damage, 11,881 health, 6.7% hazard protection. Purple utility mod with 8% skill haste. A level 40 mod, 8.2% skill haste. A hollow point bullets drone mod, 2.9% damage. A pulse mod, 4% skill haste, and a decoy mod with 4.5% duration. Now let's move inward to the settlement and check out this base of operations, or settlement operations, whatever you would have call it, and check out and see what this vendor has here. Vector 81.5, not too bad, but the stats on it are trash with Sadist. A purple L86A2, LMG damage, damage targets out of cover with Spike. M16A2 with also mediocre stats with Vindictive. Police 686 Magnum, purple Alp Summit backpack with Wicked, skill tier, armor regen, skill damage, purple gloves, armor, skill haste, explosive resistance, suck me off mask with weapon damage, explosive resistance, and headshot damage. An offensive mod, 4.3% headshot damage. Defensive mod, 7.3% blind depth resistance. Shield mod, 3.7% holster blind duration. That's kind of mediocre, but I have none better, so we'll pick that one up. And a trap mod, 3.4 seconds duration. Alright, now we're going to go to the Klan vendor downstairs, level 30 Klan. The Klan vendor here has the same things, or same items, that the Klan vendor in DC has. First we have the named RPK. It's called the New Reliable. Whoever said it, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, clearly never had any hobbies or damage glitches in the game. That's completely broken and definitely needs to be fixed. I'm going to buy one of these because this is the first time I've actually come across of it. 96.3k, 10% damage to targets out of cover, and that 4% rate of fire is not too bad. So I would definitely put LMG damage all the way up to 15%. Or you could just put damage to armor, and it has perfectly optimized, plus 30% weapon handling. And if you know anything about an RPK, it's usually controllable after about the first 10 shots, and then it's easily manageable, especially with the gunner specialist. So that 30% weapon handling does come in handy. Next we have aces and eights knee pads with weapon damage and critical hit chance. A striker mask, 12.9 weapon damage and 7.8% hazard protection. Hardwired knee pads, skill tier with headshot damage. A custom P416 with mediocre stats at best, as magazine size, assault rifle damage, 8.5% magazine size, isn't that many rounds addition onto that. As you can see, it's 2. So yeah, you can probably find better attributes than magazine size, but it does have spike. Headshots grant 20% skill damage for 8 seconds. Next, we have an M1A CQB with rifle damage, critical hit damage, reload speed, and steady-handed. A Badger Muff Mask with 122-404 armor, health, explosive resistance. Providence Defense chest piece with weapon damage, stats effects, health, and tag team. The last enemy you have damaged with a skill is marked. Dealing weapon damage to that enemy consumes the mark to reduce active cooldowns by 4 seconds. Not really that great of a talent. SOCOM M1A with rifle damage, critical hit damage, and damage to targets out of cover. A Petrov holster, 10.2% weapon damage, skill haste, repair skills. Suck Me Off chest piece, 9.4% weapon damage, critical hit chance, health with gunslinger. Next, we have a utility mod with 10.3% skill haste, a chem launcher mod, 6.4% burn strength for all those canister explosive flame builds out there. If you don't have any mod that's greater than 6.4%, then with 4.1% critical hit chance. And finally, we have a Blitzkrieg blasting powder, 6.5% duration. Alright, that's wrap it up here in DC. Now we're going to be moving on back, or I should say, that just wraps it up in New York City. Now we're going to go back to DC, and we'll see you guys and gals when we get there. Alright, we've reached here at the base of operations here in DC. This vendor has a Police UMP 45 with poor stats and Ranger, a Honey Badger with crappy stats as well and Reformation, a custom PF 45 with trash stats and salvage, a Badger Tough backpack with armor, hazard protection, weapon handling, and companion, Overlord Armaments chest piece with mediocre stats as well and Mad Bomber, offensive mod 4.9% headshot damage, a drone mod with 4.7 yard scan range, a turret mod for the sniper that gives you +1 extra sniper ammo, and then a sticky bomb mod for 5.6% damage. Alright, moving on to the Dark Zones. Starting out with DZ East, and we'll see you guys and gals in just a moment. Alright, starting out here first, we've arrived at DZ East. This vendor has here a purple surplus SVD garbage can, an infantry MG5 garbage can, an ongoing directive mask with mediocre stats, a striker holster with also poor stats, Petrov mask with her hideous stats, an Overlord holster with hideous stats as well, a utility mod that's trash, a chem launcher mod +1 ammo, a hive mod with +4 stem charges, a pulse mod 5.8% radius, and finally a trap mod with 4.3% duration. On from this garbage on to DZ South and hoping things get better. Alright, here in DZ South, this vendor has a purple police T821 with garbage, black market AKM, purple also garbage, a garbage military M9, ongoing directive backpack with 7.8% weapon damage and weapon handling, trash, True Patriot chest piece, trash, Seska backpack, weapon damage, status effect, health, and energize, a purple Suck Me Off chest piece with weapon damage, skill haste, critical hit chance, and spotter, offensive mod 8.7% critical hit damage, drone mod 3.1% damage reduction, spare parts for the turret here 4.4% health, and another sticky bomb mod that gives you 4.1% radius. On to DZ West, and hoping that this is not more yard sale page items. We're here in DZ West to wrap up the DZ vendors before we go to the settlements. This one has a sausage, 541.6k damage with mediocre stats and breadbasket, an LVOA trash stats, Badger Tough gloves, trash stats, Hannah U Corporation, trash stats. Damn, I sound like a broken record. Defensive mod with 12,803 armor on a kill, trash. And a Pokey damage mod, 2.8% damage. Shield mod, 3.3% shield health. Firefly mod, 4.9% speed. And a Decoy projector mod with 5% duration. On to the settlements to try to wrap up this horrendous vendor reset. Alright, here at the first settlement, this vendor has Holy Testicle Tuesday Batman, purple trash, more purple trash, Purple trash. Purple trash. Flaming hot garbage. More garbage. 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 And trash. Alright. On to the last settlement. Man, I'm so disappointed this week. So far, the Klan Vendor with that old reliable or new reliable RPK, sad to say, but is basically the best thing thus far. Maybe the best is yet to come, hopefully, maybe. I got my fingers crossed, but you know, I'm having serious doubts. I guess we're about to find out after I finish slow traveling. Alright, here at the last settlement, we have an M870 Express, garbage. An Urban MDR with eyeless, rifle damage, critical hit damage, accuracy, R&K gloves, skill tier, armor regen, skill damage, purple Fenris knee pads, weapon damage, skill damage, health, defensive mod, 10% protection from elites, a Poke mod for 3.5% radius, shield mod, 3.5% deflector damage, Firefly mod plus 1 max targets, and then a decoy mod 4% health. Sorry to say, guys, but this week I know a lot of people are going to dislike the video. I still appreciate all the love and support, and this week, as I always say, one man's trash. Well, this week it's still that other person's trash as well that decides to pick it up off the yard sale page. But you never know. Somebody out there might be able to use something, but I just picked up that named RPK because, like I stated, that's the first one I've ever seen of that name. So I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. And I like the RPK before Title Update 8, so I am going to go test it out and see what's up with it. But thank you guys so much for the love and support, and we'll see you fudging later.